Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, investors. Welcome to today, Friday the 29th, last trading day of August. How you doing, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm good. What's going on? Yeah, I'm quite happy, to be honest. August is a hard month traditionally, right? So, a lot of traders do struggle. I've had a few struggles myself. I've had a green week, but it hasn't been a good week, if I'm honest. Okay, so we got a little bit of news coming in, right?
Here. Same here. Yeah, we got news in 50 seconds, I think.
Okay, let's see what we can do. Just give me 1 second while you do the...
All right, no problem. I'm going to put on a little bit of music in the background here as we're moving and grooving. So the news in question today is PCE. And so we're looking at PCE in about 30 seconds time. We could get a reaction. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. We also talk about consumer sentiment sometimes as well, Andrew. Consumer sentiment is one of our favorites.
Okay, yeah, let's see what comes in. So who have we got? It's all quiet in CTI at the moment. And let's have a look at Signature FX. Come on, chat. Let's see you. Let's hear you. Let's wait for this news. Let's go.
Here we go. It's pending now. Should come through any second now.
So quick look at the S&P and ES. Let's see how we react. Okay, we get a bullish move up on the S&P on the 5-minute chart. So
yeah, it looks like a little bit of it. Yeah, you're right. You called it, Andrew. You called it. Getting a bit of an up move here.
Yeah, so I'm looking at it. Yeah, that's a good move, right? Let's see. That's a good
Look
move.
Look at that thing go.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm just looking at, I've been off about the delta this week for trading futures. I'm still running a negative delta, so this could just be what we call false breakout, right? So let's see what happens. We could just see a little pump with this news, and then we could see the price continuing its downward trend. It's been down most of the day, right? Been tracking. And we'll probably talk about Delta later. It's a new tool I've added to the arsenal. So obviously I'm using the opening range breakout on S&P. But yeah, just looking at the Delta as well certainly helps. Just gives me another tick in the box, right? When I'm looking to take a trade. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. And should we have a look how that affected gold?
Yeah, we can have a look at that as well. So initial move was up in S&P. If we go over to, you did mention the arsenal. So it's just nice to hear you talk about the arsenal from time to time. It's just great to hear. It's just like music to my ears, really.
Yeah, that'll teach me, right? Well, yeah, I could say you united the price. Yeah, but, it hasn't been a great week. So
yeah, I know.
But yeah, okay, so we see that spike up on the S&P and we can see the price just pushing back down to ready to go in. But we can see the delta reducing as well. So yeah, we'll have a look at this.
Yes, this is the gold chart. So gold also moving higher initially after that the PCE data, and just so we're kind of looking at what the data said, it was this one here. Core PCE was expected to come in at 0.3%, and it was in fact 0.3%. So as expected, that was the expectation, and this was the actual for core PCE. That's the one I think most people were keeping an eye out for.
Yeah. So what we're looking at, so later on the opens 3 p.m. UK, so it's at 10 a.m. in the US. We've got our favorite, we've got the Michigan consumer sentiment. So yeah, we see that push the price on the S&P as well. So we'll be watching that. So what's going on? So I've got my CTI account back, the 10K challenge. I'll be taking that a little bit more serious from next week. I'll be updating the guys in the chat on CTI. So we're in it together. So 12 competition winners. Yeah, let's trade together. Let's get this passed and let's get a payout from the guys at the CTI. And from myself, let's have a quick look what I've been up to while we here.
You talked about a tough week, so I wanted to just say as well, my week hasn't been great. Yesterday wasn't the greatest day for me either. So I'm sharing that sentiment, Andrew, and trying not to carry that into Capital Preservation Friday.
Yeah, I'm just looking now. I'm about $200 down on the week, so hopefully we can get something away today. Let's see if we can just break even on the week. So what's going on, Mandela? What should we talk about? So obviously I know the CTI guys are going to ask for gold. So should we take a look at gold for the week and then have a look at the...
Yeah, let's have a look at
consumer sentiment as well after it then.
Yeah, let's do that. That's good. Anybody in the live chat, please feel free to send us a post, a question, anything that you're looking at today. But yeah, let's start off with gold. Starting off with gold here. All right, here we go. Okay, so gold for the gold fans out there. We had a favorable move yesterday in the yellow metal, and it tends to move when we don't look at it. I find when we're not expecting a move, it actually happens. So yesterday was a positive move in gold. Wednesday was a positive move in gold, and that continued into Thursday. This is where we're sitting this morning. And one thing I wanted to mention, Andrew, is the last trading day of the month. Sometimes you'll get traders who have been having a negative month or underperforming their peers, trying to make up for that on the last day of the month. So it's interesting to kind of see how things move today with gold. We could get a surprise move as well. It's always, there's always one of those things to kind of have in the back of your head. Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't, but we'll have to see. Yeah, but like, imagine if you... Sorry,
I was going to say, are you looking to trade gold today at all, or are you sitting
I am. I am looking to trade gold. So I think we've been looking at this region here. So this goes all the way back to April of this year, and looking to see if we can get back to, looks like 34.35 on the spot gold. So that's my idea for today. I think PCE, the data we just got, was good. Also depends on our favorite Michigan sentiment.
Yeah, so
that's another one we gotta survive.
Yeah, I'll be sitting out until 3 p.m. till that news comes out. So for myself, I'll just be trading what I know, just the S&P and ES on the futures market. But if there's anything over at CTI, if you'd like us to have a look at, we can do that now. Same for the viewers over in Signature FX. But if not, let's have a look at Bitcoin.
Yeah, let's do it. Bitcoin is one of those ones that usually go under the radar, but we have been trying to keep an eye on it for the last few weeks. I think we were saying, you gave us some key levels. Can you remind us what those were?
Yeah, so I said there was a load of sellers sitting around 120.
120. That was
it. So there was a load of sellers sitting at 120, and we seem to got up to that level, and then it came down. And I haven't got the bookmap for Bitcoin today, but I think the second level we said was buyers around 110. So there could be some support around 110 for Bitcoin. So we'll keep an eye on that. If we do go through 110, we could be looking at going down to the next level. I might pop them into the comments later if I can open up Bookmap.
I think that would be helpful. Yeah.
But we got up to the 120. The sellers kicked in, and we have got some buyers sitting around the 110. And those orders at 110 have been sitting there some time as well. So I'm quite mindful of new orders. They seem to appear and disappear on the book. We get some manipulation in the price, but the buyers at 110 have been sitting there for a couple of weeks now as well, so that could be some solid support there.
Yeah, I like your perspective as well, because you're using the Bookmap data, which is, I think, very helpful when it comes to key levels and where the big money orders are being placed.
It's really good. It really helps, especially with the profit target. When you're looking at the depth of the market, when you're looking at the delta and stuff like that. I think it's a little, on myself, I find it a bit more helpful than your traditional support and resistance indicator that you can just get off the shelf. It's actually good to mark your levels in with actual orders. I'm getting used to something called ghost orders. You'll see them appear on the book. So for example, I think yesterday on ES, it was around 6506, like in a matter of 30 minutes, like 900 orders appeared. So that's an algo setting that, right? There's just one trader. And then as the price started to rise up, the orders disappeared, causing the market to reverse. So yeah, with Bookmap, you can definitely see manipulation in the market. It also tells you as well, is it like a suite of traders setting the orders, or it lets you know if it's one algo is doing it as well. So yeah, go over to Bookmap. It's really, really good. It's really useful for finding some of those key levels where the buyers and sellers are sitting.
Yeah, I will check it out. Definitely, Andrew. Thank you very much for sharing that. I think our viewers would also benefit from that information.
Yeah, let me see if I can quickly share while we're talking about Bookmap. Let's see if I can do that. Here we go. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if this works. Okay, we got it. Yeah, so what I'm looking at here, you can see we got the delta, which is the cumulative volume delta here. Yes, we can see that's in the red at the moment. And what we're looking at here, this is the depth of the market, and you can see orders sitting in here. And what you're normally looking at is you're looking for, let me have a quick look. Can't see anything at the moment, NQ or ES. There's nothing really standing out. What you would be looking at is, say for example, this line to be like a solid red. Yeah, normally the darker the color, the darker the heat map, the stronger the orders. Yep. But if you're just looking at this, it's pretty even at the moment. But I think as the US Open comes, you might see some orders placed around 6508 or even lower here. But yeah, at the moment, there's not much there really. It's potentially you're looking at some orders down to, was it 6495? And then but there's nothing at the moment. There's nothing really standing out to me. But if you do look here, we can see this 132. You can see there was some solid orders here, and you can see the price went up to those orders. Sell orders were filled, and then the price came back down. So it's a really, really good tool. And just take a look at it. Yeah, bookmap.com, or just go onto YouTube. Right, you'll find some streams you can have a look at. There's loads of tutorials that can help you.
Yeah, I like that, Andrew. I like that. We'll pop up a little graphic for everyone to check out the Bookmap data. I think it could potentially be a game changer if you are looking for something. Yeah, and I find it really helpful, especially with the opening range breakout. It just helps me with the targets. What I'm trying to do is I try and front run the trades. So once we start getting to those certain levels, we start getting a trading stop. Yeah, we just get a stop in to break even, which helps quite a bit. I do like the delta as well. I think that's a great indication of the direction. So, if I'm looking at an opening range breakout to the upside, if the delta is green, the delta is strong, it gives me a bit of confidence then when taking a trade. It's not a guarantee, right? There's no cheat sheet. There's no guarantees in trading. But I think everything you can do that helps you along the way, it's worth doing. So I really like it. I'm just going through all the tutorials at the moment. Lots to take in, but it's really good. So that's enough about Bookmap. Let's keep it moving. Okay. Yeah.
So,
you go.
No, I'm done. Go on.
Okay. Up next. So I think up next, maybe we talk a little bit about. Well, I was going to talk a little bit about month end for a quick second, just for 1 second. So for month end, we talked a little bit about it a minute ago. There can be some interesting moves in prices. So what we did was we looked at as a kind of like a case study. We looked at the last 4 months the last 4 times it's been month end. So for example, April, this was April month end, and we're not saying that this is going to happen again, but it just kind of gives us an idea of how money or how S&P can move going into the month end. So the first thing I want to show is the previous close was up here. We dropped down, opening range was here, and then that dip, that first dip in the first hour and a half, 2 hours of trading would have been the best buying opportunity, and we ran up. So I would kind of think of this as everybody's looking to get long S&P going into the end of April, very simply. There's also end of May, similar sort of thing. The dip got bought again. June, not much of a move on the day, but we did finish higher into the close on the last trading day of June, and then this was the last trading day of July. So looks like a down day, moved down about 23 points, and it was maybe not a trend day, but definitely a down moving day.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I know you said there's no guarantees, but I think historical data, I think it's really helpful when you're trading, right? Because there is a lot of pattern recognition within the charts, and yes, just identifying those days. So I think today we're on a 30% trend day. Is it 30% today?
That's right. That is right.
Yeah.
That's what the algorithm is saying. 30% chance of a trend day, which I guess some people might say that's low, but I think if you add to that, this is the last trading day of August. You never know.
We'll like I say, we'll stick to the plan, stick to the rules. And just a quick shout out to the chat. So we got Kian, welcome Kian. We got Manoj, we got Martin, and over Signature FX we've got the General, and he's waiting for his cap. You're going to be waiting a little bit longer at the moment, General. And he's saying, the attendance on CTI because we're not giving him a free account. Well, that's fine. Okay.
You had an idea, Andrew. I don't know if you still had that idea, but there was an idea about doing something.
Yeah, so there's only a couple of people in the chat. So today's giveaway is next Friday on the US Open. If you'd like to trade with myself, about 30 minutes, we'll trade the Open together. We will trade the US 500 on MT5, and we'll trade together, right? So I'll set up a Zoom call. Drop me a message on X if you're interested. It's open to all, so whoever's in the chat, we'll set up a little trading group, right? And we will trade next Friday on the US Open. US 500 only, guys, so don't go asking me for anything else. I don't look at anything else, and I'm not interested in anything else. So all I trade is the US 500. We'll be trading the 5-minute time frame, and we'll be trading the opening range breakout. So if you're interested, let me know. Drop me a message on X. I will set up a Zoom call, and we'll all jump on Zoom, or even we can actually stream it live on YouTube if you like, guys. And let's do it, right? Let's try and start our accounts with a win next week.
That sounds good. I'd like to sign up as well. I'm going to message you. Try and get that link.
Yeah,
that's a great prize. Yeah, I think that's great, Andrew, and I think that's something that we've been getting some feedback about as well, which is seeing more trades or being able to see the trades. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, so we can do that. We'll do that next Friday, and I'll just put my X account into the chat. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, so right, I suppose we haven't got much really to cover on the show today. I suppose I can have a look at one of my trades from yesterday if you like.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, let me quickly show you what I was looking at yesterday. We actually got to take profit on our Apex accounts yesterday. So let me just share what I'm looking at. Okay, let's have a look what we got. So quite simple for myself. It actually looks a little bit messy, but you can see I'm actually using some trend lines. Again, just gives me sometimes a little bit of an addition, confirmation of the price. But you can see here, I've got the white lines here to here. This is our first 15 minutes of the opening range. And when we break the opening range, I went short. You can see here we had these are take profit 1 and then take profit 2. So what happens when I get down to real simple, guys, right? Once we break the opening range, I'm looking to take a trade. As long as the delta's red, yeah, that's another confirmation for myself. Price pushes down to the take profit 1 level. I get my stop into break even. Yeah, I just give it a couple of ticks or pips to allow for the the broker's commission or spread. And then I'm looking to hold it down to take profit 2. So yeah, nice trades, real simple yesterday. Let's zoom out in a bit for you guys to see. So you can see we got a break of the trend line here. So that's the confirmation 1, broke the opening range, confirmation 2. Yeah, price pushing away quite nicely from the VWAP, confirmation 3. Yeah, the delta was red, confirmation 4. And we had a nice push down into our take profit here. So yeah, nice trade yesterday. Nice textbook opening range breakout trade. And there was a couple of options. So yeah, there was a second shot. I only trade once, one and done is my rule. But yeah, we tried to break out again, but I failed. But if it just stopped, and then you would have had a very nice breakout to the upside yesterday. So you were taking that trade up to take profit. So yeah, that was my trade yesterday. I'm going to be doing exactly the same again today, and we will be doing the same next Friday, but on the US 500 on MT5. So yeah, a bit of a crash course on MT5 for myself on the weekend. So yeah, that was my trade for yesterday, and pretty happy with it. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, great trade, man. Very well executed, and like you said, one and done. Not trying to overtrade and catch every single wiggle. But no, well done. Good trading, man.
Okay, so should we have a look into sentiment of traders, quite thin, and then I think we're done.
Let's do that. All right, let's do sentiment. So this is the commitment of traders data. So if you want more information on this, our good friend Jason Shapiro provides some additional information on this. You can check out Jason Shapiro's information at crowdedmarketreport.com. And what's the crash course on commitment of traders in 30 seconds? What we're looking for down the bottom here, and it's probably clearer. Let's do it on, let's do ES. Okay, so ES, the red is the commercials, and the commercials are the people that we want to follow. It's the big pension funds, the banks. The blue is who we want to fade or do the opposite of. They're called, or they're labeled as the large speculators. And the yellow is the small speculators, like, for example, me and Andrew, small speculators below a certain threshold. So when the red is above this center line, that means that they're net long. When the blue is below this center line, that means that the blue is, or the large speculators are net short. So as we're moving up in the ES, the large speculators are trying to short this. And the reason is, I think they're saying there's a crash coming. This is overvalued. There's no way it can keep going up. I'm a bear, or some variation of that. We want to try and identify what side the commercials are on. If the commercials are net long, I think our bias can be net long. There are some things to kind of keep in the back of your head, which is this is a little bit delayed, that the data is not real time day to day, but it kind of gives you a theme over a period of time. If we look here, for example, this is the Russell, and Russell has been extremely overcrowded on the long side from the large spec, from the commercials. So this is a good example of an extreme. So we use this data, and we can go through maybe 2 or 3 charts quickly, but we use this data to try and find out what side is smart money on. And clearly here we got large speculators long, and we got, commercials long, large speculators short. And what's happening with the price? The price is following the direction of, surprise, surprise, the large speculators.
Yeah, just no, it's a great tool. It's a great report, and you know, for myself, when I was looking at Bitcoin and gold on the Forex, I thought it was great, especially setting you up for the week ahead, right? So this report comes out on a Sunday evening. So going into a Monday, you got an idea. I just want to quickly show you something. So just want to go back to Bookmap, because as we talk, we see a little bit of what I would call the manipulation going on. Let's have a quick look. Okay, so since we've been talking, we can see the 543 orders been placed at 53,650,375. Okay, so you can see here 543 orders. You can see that here.
Yep.
Yeah, but what it is, you see this white line here? That's telling me, so from the white line to the 543, that's one algo. That's one person has done that, right? So this is what you need to be mindful of. So what we are going to see on the open is the price push up to this price here, yeah, or this order might even just disappear off the book, right? So once people try and start pushing up, they'll just cancel this order, yeah. So we can see an order for 543s come on the book, and this white line more to the right is telling me that it's only one algo, so one person has placed our order, yeah, and that's sometimes how people can try and manipulate the market or try and get a push on the open. So we could see a false breakout to the upside in around 30 minutes, right? So I wouldn't be surprised to see that. So yeah, we've got a very large order to the upside, but we still got the delta, or we still got, you know, the volume showing negative at the moment. So it's a great tool. So for myself, you know, yeah, we could see a push to the upside. A lot of people will jump in. And then we could see that order just being taken off the book, which could bring the market back down. So yeah, go on to Bookmap. Go on YouTube, right? I'm sure they got Bitcoin, they got gold, they have the euro. It's there for you guys to have a look at. And yeah, I can just see now a little bit of manipulation in ES. Just looking at the NQ, they seem to be genuine orders at the moment. But yeah, someone's placed a nice fat algo sell order in at 6503.75. So I'll just be marking that up on my chart as potential resistance. So it could be a nice selling opportunity, you know, if the new money does jump in and try and push the price up to that.
That's very helpful. Very helpful. Like navigation, providing like a GPS tool. I like that. I like that a lot.
So just go through the chat. So yeah, we got the Gerald. Yes, and he wants to know
in the office. In the office.
He's in the office. Yeah, we got Asha. So Asha's working the night shift. She came in late. I don't know whether we need to dock Asha's pay or not, right? So welcome, Asha. Always a regular. Great to have you here. And thank God it's Friday. It is. It's been a tough week. It's been a tough month, actually. So hopefully we can break even today. And over in CTI, we got some regulars. We got Kian. We got Manoj. If I say your name wrong, please let me know how to pronounce. We have Marty. So US data was in line with forecast, nothing surprised. So guys, let us know what you're trading today. I'm gonna call it a day in a minute or two now. So I just want to say to you, happy trading. May the pips be in your favor. And yeah,
I thought you were gonna say, may the pips be with you. May the pips be with you.
I should have said that, shouldn't I? I should have said that.
It sounds right. Sorry.
It does sound right. Okay, I'll keep it for next week. What about you? So Mandela, without you going into a 5-minute word of wisdom, have you got a quick one liner before we go?
Yeah, capital preservation today. I had a tough week this week, so it's going to be capital preservation. That's it. Capital preservation today. Is that short enough for you?
Oh, that was great. Fantastic. No, thanks, Mandela. The show was great yesterday as well. So if you haven't seen Mandela's show yesterday, go back, have a look. He definitely gives a more in-depth market analysis on a Thursday without me distracting him. So, yeah, it's a bit more professional and thorough on a Thursday, I think. But we're just here to have it. Trading's hard, right? So let's have a bit of fun along the way. And yeah, I can see the price is actually pushing up on ES as I speak. So For myself, I'll be looking for a breakout potentially to the downside today. But as always, I let the price come to me, right? I don't try and second guess the price. I got my rules. I try and stick to them. But guys, if you want to trade live with me next week on CTI or Signature FX, drop me a message on X. If we get a couple of people, I'll be willing to do it, and I'll just take you through the opening range breakout strategy I use step by step. We do have losses. I'm just going to say we do have losses. Not every day is a green day. And obviously, it's not financial advice, purely for educational and entertainment purposes. But Mandela, thanks very much. I'm going to go. I'm going to get ready to trade. Thank you, chat.
Have a good trading day. Have a good trading day.
And I'll see you all next week. Bye for now.
Thanks, Andrew. Thank you so much, Andrew. We are ready to tackle the final trading day of August 2025. Did you know there will not be any more August trading days after today? So we'll see how today shapes out. Looks like Asha has posted she's still holding the NVIDIA 180 call expiring 21st of November. So very well done holding through the earnings there, Asha. Very, very well done. From all of us here at Signature FX, also this is being simulcast on CTI's YouTube channel. Just another thank you, each and every one of you. We'll be back next week to do it all again. Until next time, happy trading, everybody.